People who consume alcohol are sinners. Forget that, I don't consider them Indians. These are not my words. This is a statement that came from the Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar while he was commenting on hooch tragedies in the dry state. Social media erupted in memes, and this one's my favorite.
दारू का कितना बुरा असर है, इन सब चीजों को लोगों को बता करके धीरे धीरे बताना चाहिए कि हो जाए, और धीरे धीरे तो अन्य राज्यों को भी देखना चाहिए। अब हो रहा है कि कुछ आमदनी हो जाता है दारू बनाने में, और उसी के चलते नहीं कर रहा है। बापू की भावना को भी कोई नहीं मानता है, तो हम तो मानते ही नहीं है कि वो हिंदुस्तानी है, वो भारतीय तो है ही नहीं, वो महाअयोग्य है, महापापी है। जो राष्ट्रपिता बापू की बात को भी नहीं सुनता है, अब समझता है, तो उसका क्या मतलब? इस शराबबंदी के चलते आप देख रहे हैं अब कितना सब्जी की बिक्री है। शराब पीने में पैसा बर्बाद करता था, अगर वो पैसा बर्बाद नहीं करेगा और यही सब काम में लगाएगा, तो देख लीजिए उसके घर में कितना अच्छा अब भोजन हो रहा।
Interestingly, the consumption of alcohol is high in states like Mizoram, Nagaland, and Bihar, where prohibition is in force. In the US, an act to ban alcohol was passed in 1920. The ban lasted for 14 years, leading to an illegal parallel economy that involved a mafia and everything you've seen in movies like Scarface, Godfather, and everything. But who would have thought that the Bihar of 2022 would have such glaring similarities with the Denver of 1920? Let's back up for a moment and see how the liquor ban started in Bihar. In 2016, the Nitish government decided to impose a total ban on Indian-made foreign liquor and country-made liquor.
देसी हो, मसालेदार हो, विदेशी हो, कुछ भी हो, अब इस तरह का शराब बंद है और कोई एग्जेम्पशन नहीं।
They cited the tremendous support from women and children as a reason to impose the total ban. At the time, it was reported that Bihar would suffer a loss of 4,000 crore rupees each year in revenue. Huge billboards across cities of Bihar with similar pieces of advice can be seen in every market, city or village, with a huge picture of Nitish Kumar and a toll-free number encouraging people to tip off any consumption, stocking, sale and manufacture of liquor. Over the last few years since the ban was imposed, every year we hear of people dying because of consumption of hooch. Hooch is basically a recipe for disaster, an alcoholic drink made with carbide, yeast, jaggery, and some are even known to add dead rodents, even lizards, and battery acid for extra kick. In 2021, about 30 people died in West Champaran and Gopalganj in Bihar. This year in March, the death of 32 people in Bihar came to light. The police denied liquor as the reason for death. But if you'll do a simple search, you'll see the news is flooded with liquor-related deaths in Bihar. A 2021 report suggests how the jails in Bihar are overcrowded.
पूरे जिले में शराब के विरुद्ध अभियान चलाया जा रहा है। 50 से ज्यादा स्थलों पर रेड की गई है और 19 लोगों को गिरफ्तार किया गया है।
More than 68,000 prisoners are lodged in 59 jails in Bihar with a capacity of about 46,000. Most violators are from the economically backward sections of the society, and a simple hearing for bail is taking over a year. If this isn't stressing the system out, then what is? Chief Justice of India, N.V. Ramana said, there are 3 lakh cases pending in the courts. People are waiting for justice for a long time, and now the excessive cases related to liquor violations are putting an additional burden on courts. But the Nitish government is heading undeterred. The state government is constructing 9 more jails across Bihar with a capacity to accommodate at least 1,000 prisoners.
जिस तरीके से जहरीली शराब पीने से लोगों की मृत्यु, और मैं इसको मृत्यु नहीं, मैं इसको हत्या बोलूँगा, क्योंकि आप जान रहे हैं कि भैया आपके कानून की विफलता का खामियाजा बिहार की जनता अपनी जान गंवा कर दे रही है। आज अगर कानून है शराबबंदी का, तो कैसे शराब मिल रही है, जहरीली शराब का निर्माण कैसे हो रहा है प्रदेश में? कानून जिस व्यक्ति से नहीं संभलता हो, वो बिहार को कैसे संभालेगा, ये अपने में एक बहुत बड़ा प्रश्न है।
शराब मिलता रहेगा और जहाँ से आएगा वहाँ कार्रवाई नहीं होगी। गरीब की स्थिति जो है और भयावह होगी, जो आर्थिक रूप से कमज़ोर है, लेकिन अमीर जो है वो बचता रहेगा। वो 50,000 नहीं 5,000 में ही दे के निकल लेगा। तो अमीरों के लिए तो डिस्काउंट है। शराबबंदी के बाद भी लोग पीते हुए अगर पकड़े जा रहे हैं तो आपकी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ना बनती थी कि आप बिहार के बॉर्डर को सिक्योर करते हैं?
After all the criticism the Bihar government has faced, they are now planning to present the Bihar Liquor Prohibition Bill 2022 in the State Assembly. The amendment comes with some relaxations. First-time offenders can pay a fine and get a bail from the duty magistrate. If they are unable to pay a fine, they are liable to spend 1 month in jail. The accused has to disclose the name from whom the liquor was obtained. Even in Gandhi's birthland of Gujarat, reports suggest there's a thriving illegal liquor industry. The state loses at least 8,000 crore rupees annually in revenue. Recently, Gujarat relaxed its rules and allowed liquor licenses to tourists from outside the state and even international travelers, simply to contain negative fallout on tourism. Haryana, Tamil Nadu and Kerala too have experimented with prohibition at different times but abolished it due to its ineffectiveness. It did not solve the problem of consumption, only drove it underground. But caste-neutral women are now a key vote bank for the Nitish-led Bihar government. Even in other states, politicians are targeting women as potential voters, promising them a complete liquor ban. Which begs the question, can bans really solve our problems? Or are they just created for vote bank politics? Reports show that women in Bihar are now fed up with people selling desi daru to their husbands and children.
शराब कभी बंद है? सारे जगह तो शराबे बिक रहा है, तो कहाँ बंद है?
The responsibility of cracking down on local peddlers and even alerting the police about consumption of alcohol has fallen on them. So what exactly has a complete liquor ban done for the women who voted for Nitish Kumar's government? Another point to note is the data by Narcotics Control Bureau, which shows an alarming surge in the seizure of drugs in Bihar. Are we moving towards another social evil while trying to eradicate one? Can prohibition cure addiction? Or is it simply a populist intervention?